Absolutely none.
I don't know anything.
I don't know much about rural poverty.
Okay, so I don't really know much about rural poverty just because urban poverty is stressed a lot more in like issues that we talk about.
I think about like a third world country and like families like struggling to meet their basic needs.
So in rural poverty, I think it's the same thing. How like, well, people obviously don't have money to move, and if it's in the rural area, there's the only jobs there are is like being like occasional like seasonal workers, and that doesn't pay a lot. And yeah.
Right, so when my dad, when he lived in China, he lived in rural poverty, and that was up until he got his degree. So he went to college in China, and then he came to America, and also went to college here. But basically, yeah, life was like, I think he would like only eat like once a day, and then it would be like just like watered down porridge, like just like rice and water. And he had like 6 siblings, so he had to share. And it was always like this like competition of like who could get the most food, even within family, because like everyone was so hungry.
Okay, so my parents also lived in rural poverty. My dad lived in this really rural village in India, in South India, and there he lived with 3 or 4 of his brothers. I don't know how much he had, but he had a lot. And yeah, so he had to walk to school every day. He walked like 20 minutes, and he studied hard to get to where he is today. So I think that rural poverty really affects a lot of people because we have a lot of opportunities that other people really don't have. So.
Actually, this summer I went to Nicaragua, and we went to a local community there. And one of the big things about this local community, I think there's a lot of connections between Nicaragua and how we are here in the United States, is that everywhere else in Nicaragua where I was, there were these red and black FSLN flags, which are called the Sandinista flags, which is the flag of the political party in power. And so it was hanging everywhere. It's almost like a Nazi-like regime. It's like in the buses, on the cities, all over the place, and like some of the walls were like covered red and black. But then the moment you get into the poorer area of Nicaragua, it was just like a mile or 2 out of like the main central city. All these flags were gone, and how I saw it was like those flags are representative of government attention and government care for that community, whether it be good or bad. They're watching, right? Once it gets into the poorer community, because those flags aren't there anymore, there are a lot of barriers to them getting out of that community. One of the big things was like education, and I was talking to one of the girls there, even though I don't know Spanish. She has to walk to school, but like school's really far for her, and just in the community that she is in, oftentimes she like gets sick and she can't go to school, and she can't get the education that she needs. And because of that, even though the government isn't there and they can't get out themselves, there's kind of this like cycle of poverty that it's like really hard to get out of. And, some people like are able to get out if they like get lucky or like if they push hard enough. But at the same time, if you want to look at the overall population and like if just looking at like as like a flat kind of playing ground, it's not an even playing ground for them. They can't really get out. And I think how it was in Nicaragua is like very similar to how it is here in the United States as well. I'm not saying like the United States is as bad. I think we do try to help our poor populations, and especially in rural communities. But I also think we can do a better job of it. I think so.
In regards to rural poverty, I think the government should do more. Going to Brazil a lot, I experience rural poverty, and I can see it real up close, especially in Brazil. Like, it's very bad there. And I know the government isn't doing the proper things to help those people in regards to education, food, shelter. Poverty in Brazil is among the worst, and the government right now is in corruption, so the poverty is not one of their priorities, but I definitely think it should be, because if they help those people that are in the poverty, they can help improve the education, the economy in Brazil, and more.